which might seem strange. Surprise! Which might seem strange to be like our first stop on the vlog, but the reason it's a cool place to visit and the reason we've come here is because it is... We just spent the last week doing Sail Croatia, which was amazing. So we're a little bit sad to be back, to be back on land.
But there's always somewhere new to explore.
Yes, which is where we are now in a town called Trogir.
Trogir. So Trogir is 27 k's west of Split. It's actually closer to the airport as well, and we knew that we wanted to spend a little bit of time around this sort of coastal area after we finished on the boat. But Split is really busy and very overpriced.
It's intense. Like it's great. You can't miss it, and it's great for a few days. But we wanted to stay a little bit longer, which is why we chose here.
Yeah, and you can still get to Split from here. So we've got a great Airbnb. Prices are really great here as well, and we don't really know what to expect. So Trogir is very, very small though.
It's actually an island.
It's a tiny little island connected by 2 bits of land. So today we're actually going to walk around. I think we can pretty much do it in one day. We've got some fascinating stuff, some stories about the different monuments and stuff here, and this whole area is a UNESCO World Heritage site. So there's heaps going on. It's really tiny. Apparently it's really cute, a little bit more chill.
Yeah.
So we're going to go find out what it's like. Very old, a little bit raw in here, to be honest. So just coming through from the outside anyway, one of the different ways that you can get into the heart of these older streets, a bit of an archway that we've come through. And there's definitely a mix of the older raw stuff that hasn't really been updated, and then lots of little apartments, little cafes and everything. So from what we've been told, what our research suggests and what the locals have told us to expect from the area is palaces, castles, restaurants and cafes like I mentioned, lots of little bars. What else? Fortresses, and then there's a pier somewhere or something where there's like a little walking street with lots of yachts and lots of the boats and stuff come in here, lots of sailing trips and everything as well. And also you can get a ferry to Split, which is what we're going to be doing in our next video, because we've been told about a viewpoint there that we have to see it, otherwise apparently you haven't seen Split. So we're just wandering. We've got lots of little side streets like this. It's super slippery too. Very similar to Stari Grad in Hvar. But our first stop
is a football field, which might seem strange. Surprise! Which might seem strange to be like our first stop on the vlog, but the reason it's a cool place to visit and the reason we've come here is because it is on an island, part of a World UNESCO World Heritage. I always get that wrong.
Yeah.
And it is right beside a fortress. And by the looks of things, there's still like a few ruins back there, or part of the fortress.
There is. They're doing up the field, so it doesn't really look like much of a football field right now.
I think they're putting AstroTurf down. But when you search for interesting or strange,
it's like stadiums or like grounds around the world, this always comes up. I actually googled it after the fact once we heard that it was a thing, and it comes up in lots of different lists.
So not only because of the fortress though, you jump into story time.
So there's story time. So we had heard from a local that apparently somewhere in the middle here, this is going back hundreds of years, there was a monument, or like is that what you call it? Like a statue in the middle. Some dude's just flying a drone right behind us, in the middle of it. And so the players would literally play around until they'd get so frustrated, or like they'd be hitting it or whatever, that they would get all the players from the same team, they'd pick it up and like move it to the side, finish the game, and then move it back in afterwards.
I can't believe that.
That's ridiculous, eh? This is the only monument close to the fortress and the football field that we can find. And if this is what we've apparently been told about, there's no way that they all lifted this thing and shifted it. Unless they grew up absolutely everybody from the entire stadium to help them move it. Maybe we've been lied to.
I have to be honest and say that This is not quite what I was expecting. I was expecting there to be some kind of grass. And
some goalposts.
Yeah, and the chance to like actually kick a ball around. Kick a ball around as I play tennis.
Such a sportswoman. So this is Fortress Kamerlengo. I'm probably saying that very terribly, but it used to be a naval base for sort of the Navy forces in this part of the Adriatic Sea. These days, it's a viewing platform. You can go up there. It's not very high though, and the drone obviously gets a much better look of the whole place. It was built in 1420, or started about that sort of time, and there used to be a moat around it, which I can't quite figure out how or where or what that was sort of consisting of, because the whole thing is sort of an island, but maybe that was in around the close little bits here or so. These days they use it pretty much for like a multimedia center apparently. Even though it's a small and condensed island with sort of lots going on, there's also these little parks and there's lots of green around the outside. There's obviously water around the outside. It's an island. But it's quite nice. It seems like a really good balance here. It's quite chill as well when you get out of those main streets on the walking through the middle there. One of the things that we came in today to do as well was to send our Patreon postcards. But it's closed. Either we were too late, we can't tell, or it's closed on Sundays. So if you don't know what Patreon is though as well, it's like it's a way to support our channel and get perks in return. And one of the tiers means that so you can get like discount codes on like our book, or one of the tiers is that we send postcards, and it's just a way that you can we give back a whole bunch of support, and like we ask questions and chat with everybody in exchange, basically like the cost of a coffee or so, just to keep our channel going and progressing and making videos like this. So the postcards are coming, guys, we promise. We're just gonna have to wait one more day and come back and find another way to do it. Stacey got a little bit hangry though, so food became the priority very, very quickly. But look at this setting though. And there's just no one around. That's what we love about places like this. So a wrap is like 25 kuna, very easy, cheap. There's loads of restaurants as you would have seen, and we haven't really walked the promenade yet, but we figure we're gonna go and get a coffee there, eat here, and then we can check out the cathedral, which is the other probably the other main attraction, along with the fortress on this tiny island that I feel like we've probably covered 80% of already in the space of like an hour and a bit, if that. So just come out into, this is the biggest square around Trogir anyway, and this is home to a bunch of restaurants. Not quite sure what that building is over that side, but this is St. Lawrence Cathedral, one of the blockbusters that we mentioned. Apparently inside here it's built in 3 different stages over different years by different sort of designers or architects or artists, so there's a really different feel based on the levels that you go up. We'd love to know what the story is here. There's these heads out the side. There's like a human head there, and then, oh wow, that bird like literally almost came right over us. Wow, that was so close. What do you think the other one is at the end there, babe? Is it like a dragon-y looking thing? Oh, hold on a minute. Then
clearly a sideways dragon.
Go further down, that looks more dragon-like. Very interesting. Although that almost looks like a cow or a lamb or something at the end. Anybody know? Let us know in the comments, please.
Send help.
Send help. Send bird watchers. They're attacking us. like that, we've completed a full loop of Trogir, and through the middle, and every other little street we could find.
We've pretty much done everything that we can do in just a few hours. So I would say if you are coming here, don't make this your only destination. Maybe if you've done Split and you just want to see something extra before you go to the airport,
or want something chill for. Yeah, actually that's a good idea. Spend a night, have an afternoon, a bit of the next day, and then you can go to the airport easily from here. But for us now, we're going to be heading down the street, which is the drinking one. We're going for a coffee. We're probably going to end up having a few beers and just chilling out, but that's probably boring for you guys, so we shall leave it here.
So thank you so much for watching.
Catch you in the comments. Bye. Good morning.
Good morning.
I hope you're well. We never actually asked that.